Public service bargaining is happening, and it's the ideal time for you to get involved in our union. Why? Well, a lot is at stake, like your working conditions, rights, and this is a big one, wages, which as we all know are not presently keeping up with the cost of living, especially food and housing. It doesn't add up that members like you who are central to the province's economy and make BC livable are in this affordability crisis. Fortunately, we have a thing called bargaining power. Because you're part of a union, all the terms of your employment live in a document called a collective agreement or contract, which expires every few years, giving our union the opportunity to negotiate improvements. From fairer paychecks to stronger protections, what we achieve in this round depends on what you are willing to fight for. Your elected bargaining committee, who are members like you, need your support when they sit opposite your employer. That's the Public Service Agency, or PSA, also known as the provincial government. By getting involved early, you've already set yourselves up for success. Through a digital survey, local and component meetings, and a bargaining conference, a record number of you told our bargaining committee what issues you care about and what you need to do your jobs. This has given them the critical direction they needed to identify your priorities and form a package of proposals with meaningful gains, including, but not limited to, significant improvements to wages and benefits, overhauling the classification system, which will lead to better pay, and a streamlined grievance process to limit legal headaches and get members' results faster. Bargaining officially begins when our union exchanges proposals with the employer. Your committee bargains two kinds of agreements directly with the PSA: the main agreement, which covers all members of the bargaining unit, and a component agreement for each of the particular occupational areas you work in. At the bargaining table, we can expect that some proposals will be accepted right away, while others will be modified into something both sides can agree on. If the process goes smoothly, we'll continue this way until we reach a tentative agreement. Regardless, your bargaining committee will continue to update you on progress at the table with regular emails that clarify how you can support them. We need to keep signaling to your employer that they're not just bargaining with 8 committee members, but a whole public service bargaining unit, which encompasses 34,000 workers across BC. You're not alone in wanting to improve your jobs. You have a mass of co-workers demanding the same thing at the same time, and together we're a force to be reckoned with. When we enter bargaining, the employer is coming with their own ideas of what your collective agreement should look like. We expect this to be a tough round of negotiations, which means we need to be prepared for anything. Your committee is going in with very clear goals and the resolve to push for what we deserve. So we may remain too far apart on priority items that our union can't afford to back down on. This would mean breaking off at the bargaining table, something we call an impasse. At this point, we may enter mediation, where an independent mediator serves as a go-between to help the two sides reach an agreement. If that doesn't lead to a deal that members can accept, we put escalating pressure on the employer. Each pressure tactic prepares us to use another, more impactful one. At every step, your bargaining committee will keep you updated on next moves and the role you and your coworkers play in this plan. Ultimately, job action might be needed, and this could take multiple forms, including an overtime ban, work to rule, or a strike. A full strike with picket lines is an action we will take if necessary after trying other pressure tactics. The goal of a strike is to maximize our impact on the employer while minimizing the financial impact on you, the members. You vote on whether you're willing to strike for the improvements you want to see. Remember, our ability to withdraw our labor is one of the most powerful tools we have to build a better, sustainable public service, so a strong vote is key. High numbers say to the employer that there's widespread support for your committee and everyone is prepared to defend our priorities. A positive strike vote doesn't automatically mean a strike will happen, but it does mean we need to be prepared to picket. Picketing members receive weekly strike pay and moral support, while your committee will continue to bargain to reach a tentative agreement so that you can return to work. We fight until there's a tentative agreement. Then we share the details with you. Our union holds ratification meetings to explain the contents of the agreement, and your bargaining committee will often provide their recommendation. Then you get to vote to accept or not. If members reject the agreement, your committee finds out why. Then our union has to go back to the bargaining table with the employer and consider job action. When a majority accepts the tentative agreement, it's said to be ratified. Once a tentative agreement is ratified, you get to enjoy the benefits of your hard work. You can find your agreement on your page of the BCGEU member portal. If you aren't already connected to the member portal, you can sign up at my.bcgeu.ca/signup. Bargaining a new collective agreement always begins and ends with you, your ideas, and your vote. Continue to talk about bargaining, the wages and working conditions you deserve with your coworkers. Our bargaining committee stands strong at the table while you build power in your individual work sites. Together, we amplify each other's voices. Find out more about our union and the bargaining process by visiting bcgeu.ca.